Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this quick video, I'm going to show you how you can make some adorable tea towels, super easy and super unique, and you can do a zillion different things using this stencil, which we used just a little while ago to create a really cute wood slice and tin tart flower piece of art. We're going to use some tea towels that are from Amazon, and these are really nice, so let me know if you would like information or like my link to the website where I got these. They came in a package of 10, and we're going to do something like this, which is sort of a ombre type effect, so it should be really fun. As you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle, let me know if you want supplies at the very end, all that good stuff. Okay, so this one we will complete, but let me tell you what I used. This top part here, which you cannot see how beautiful it is, but it's seriously beautiful in person, is called Glittering Red Ink. Whoops, it's from Magnolia. This middle color is called Amethyst Orchid. It's ink. It's this purpley color. And the bottom is called Fuchsia Rose. We're going to do a separate one using different colors, but we will finish this up in just a few minutes. So let me move it over to the side. And let me show you how I got there, basically. And we'll do it again. We'll get there. And we'll get there using a different kind of colors. All right, so these are the tea towels that I purchased from Amazon. They were not expensive. They're CAF, K-A-F brand. They're really nice, thick. They're 20 by 30. They actually have a hemmed border, and they have one of these little corner hooks, and you can tell when they have a fabric label versus a paper label kind of what the quality is. Okay, so I'm going to just roll up the top. We're basically going to be working with the middle third here, and let me see if I can go a little bit lower. There we go. And okay, so first thing I want to do is put some paper towels behind this. I'm not using an inking mat because I want this to sort of soak in, and I want to be able to blot it. Okay, so that's 2 layers of paper towels that I'm basically going to lay underneath the part where we will be stenciling. And I've just sort of rolled the top and kind of pushed it away. All right, I'm using the crease lines. I'm not going to remeasure or anything. I'm just using the crease lines basically as a guide. And what I like to do when I'm creating an ombre effect I've done t-shirts, I've done lots of tote bags. I haven't done pillows. I have done little zip pouches. Anyways, what I like to do is I like to use painter's tape. So let me tear out 4 pieces. Some short ones and some long ones. And I kind of like it when the paint sort of seeps underneath the stencil. Let me show you what that looks like. You get some of this kind of stuff where it's run a little bit. Oh, and by the way, let me mention this. You don't necessarily have to do this part on the front, because look how pretty and interesting the back of it is. So, but I didn't realize that at the time. And we're going to do this one just regular, but I just wanted to put that out there, that you don't necessarily have to have the front of your tea towel the main part of your design. Okay, so I'm going to just write along the inside of this first crease where this was folded. And it also doesn't have to be, let's see, perfectly straight. And you do kind of want a little bit of bleeding, so don't worry about getting it, you know, pushed down super, super well. And I'm just guesstimating where I'll want this to be. Okay, so you can see this is the part that we will be inking, but we're going to turn our inks into kind of like a watercolor. I do this all the time, you guys. And then when it's dry and we've heat set it and it's all good to go, we'll either do the stencil design in black or white. I probably will do white because I like the look of that the best. But that is totally up to you. Oh, and by the way, this was what we made earlier today. I got a whole bunch of tart tins at a local thrift store. I glued them together. I added some vintage buttons in the center, put a little magnet on the center of my design, and the tart tin sticks right to it. This and these came from thrift stores. So be on the lookout. You can find all kinds of great crafting goodies. Now I got little bits of wood in here. Okay, so for the next thing, we're going to use blue ink, which is called Berry Blue. It looks great. We're going to use this turquoise ink, and we're going to use this Magnolia green. And here's what I want to say about all this. Let's scooch this over a little bit. You can use absolutely whatever colors you want. So whatever would look good in your kitchen, or if it was a gift that you think the recipient would like, or you know, if it's a theme for a season, you can do that too. I just thought I would mix it up and do the second batch with these kind of blue-green colors and show you how it works, essentially. Okay, so I'm using a little paper plate, and I'm just gonna take some blobs. My brush is cleaned up a little better. They still have the paint from the last project. That's probably way too much, but that's okay. I am so sorry my internet keeps coming in and out, but I'm still here, so I hope you are too. What I was saying is that I'm just going to take a big blob of all three colors, whichever you choose, or two. It's totally up to you. I'm using a paintbrush to apply it. Okay, and then I'm going to start with the bottom color, which I think I'll do the bottom color in turquoise. So I'm just adding some water. This happens to be distilled water that I have in my little mister, but it can be any kind of water that you would like. Okay, so I just sprayed some water on it, and I'm just diluting this ink here a little bit. Oh, and I know what I wanted to tell you about the ink. Okay, you don't want to use paint for this kind of a project. Here's why. It will dry crunchy. So when you're using your tea towels, it's not going to melt into the fibers. It's going to kind of stay on top and be stiff and crunchy and not nice. Ink, on the other hand, will dry, and then when you heat set it with a hot iron, it actually kind of melts into the fibers and it stays nice and soft. The other reason why you don't want to use paint is because paint will significantly reduce the life of your stencils, and if you're like me and you want to use your stencils for many, many years to come, then you don't want to ruin them with paint. You can wet your fabric piece as well. Yes, absolutely. That's a good idea. We should try that. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm just trying to kind of move stuff out of my way so I have a little bit of room here. I don't want to get, let's see, I'm going to come over to the side a little bit. I do not want to get blobs of my paint on my tea towel. I like personally when you have a, you know, an ombre effect where it changes from one color to another, or it gets darker, darker, lighter, lighter, lightest. I like to do that on a slant. So let's do what that, I think it was Kimberly, what she suggested. And let's just spray a little bit of water on our tea towel before we start. We'll see if this works. Okay, so I'm going to do turquoise at the bottom. And I'm not worrying about getting a super even super even coating of this ink on here. I kind of like it when it looks a little bit tie-dye-ish. And like I said before, I do this technique on a lot of things. I just think it's really fun. Okay, so there is the turquoise, and I probably did it a little bit on the bigger side. Oops. So I'm going to put some water on it, and I'm just going to dab off a little bit of the excess. And I'm being careful, if possible, not to get blobs outside. Okay, next up, let's do the blue. And I'm just watering this down. This blue is, it's called Berry Blue ink. It's the nicest color. Oh my goodness. It is a little saturated in pigment, so it kind of depends on how dark or not you want it. So let's just do another row right here. That tells me where to stop basically. When I get down here by the next step down color, I am going to overlap them just a little bit. Okay, let's spray a little water on there and dab it off. To see if I can get these two colors to kind of mix in it all. Okay, that looks better. All right, and for the top, I'm going to do this Magnolia green, which this color, this Magnolia green, is a really modern, fresh green, and I love it. I hope you guys are still here because I'm not seeing any more comments come in. And my internet kept cutting out. Another cool thing to do is just to start like with that blue, with the darker color at the bottom, and to just sort of keep diluting it all the way up to the top. And okay, so let me set this back here, get my inks out of the way, and let's get some paper towels. And I'm just going to start blotting. It's going to be soaking into the paper towels underneath it. Okay. All right, so let's take the tape off and let me show you what that's going to look like. We're going to do the other one in just a second. Oh, I love how that looks already. And it will look totally awesome once I put the design on it. So I'm going to get rid of these. And I'll take this outside and let it dry outside in the sunlight. And then I will heat set that design. Just get the ink off of here before I lay my other paper, tea towel on here. Okay, so let's come back to the one I did before I started. We're making tea towels, and these are super easy, and really, I think you can do just about anything that you want. So this will look cute hanging over the door of the stove. You could do, of course, the whole thing, but I opted to just do the centerpiece. All right, and I need another paper towel. Although I really don't think this is gonna do too much. It's gonna soak through too much, because I'm gonna use white, that's my favorite. But you could use black ink as well. All right, so I painted this. I did this ombre effect. Then I blotted it. Then I took my tape off. Then I took it outside and I let it dry out in the sunshine for, I don't know, 30 minutes. It dried pretty quickly. Then I used a blow dryer to double check that it was dry, and I heat set it with my iron. Just so this is all melted into the fabric. And now we're gonna stencil over the top of that. So I painted it, blotted it, dried it, heat set it, and now we're gonna add the design to it, which is gonna be this beautiful new stencil. We're gonna do lots with this over the next, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Spring through summer and into fall, because I think this totally could remind you of a sunflower. And sunflowers are what I think of as a fall flower. Okay, I'm just trying to see if I have this centered reasonably straight. And you can see how cool it looks with the colored effect just looking through the holes in the stencil. Okay, so this is white ink. And just just going to grab some white ink. It's not going to really even take very much. Put my glasses on so I can see. With this one, I wasn't sure if I would like this red, glittering red ink. I wasn't sure how much the glittering part would show up, but oh my gosh, in person, you can totally see it and it's fabulous. So I definitely recommend that color if you're looking for a bright, it's kind of a reddish with a little bit of a pink flavor to it. Okay, once I get it on, I'm going to stop. Did I remember to get water? No, I didn't, of course not. I was too excited to come and show this to you. So I have my, oh my gosh, you guys. It looks so good. Okay, so let me throw this over here. And I'm just going to empty my bottle of water over the top of my stencil until I can get out to the kitchen to wash it because I forgot. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? And imagine it all, you know, folded up neatly, pressed, and hanging over the oven door. And you can do absolutely any color combination that you like. You could do it straight. You could start with one color really dark, go a little bit lighter just by adding more water, then even lighter, and do a true ombre. But I like to combine colors when I'm doing an ombre. So what do you guys think? All right, let me tell you one last thing. If you decide to do something like this, I for sure want to see. I'm super curious to know what colors you would use. And so feel free to post your pictures if you're watching on Facebook here in the comments, or if you have joined Dreamy DIY, which is a Facebook group I set up years ago for us to share pictures of our projects. You can share them there. If you haven't joined that yet, it's free. All you have to do is on Facebook, type in your search bar, Dreamy, D-R-E-A-M-Y, space, D-I-Y. It'll bring up the group. Be sure to answer the 3 questions because my admin won't let you in unless you do, and the questions are easy. Will you be nice? Of course you will. You're not going to try to hurt anyone's feelings by saying that sucks, it's ugly. Will you promise not to share other crafters' videos there, because then I get a million questions of how to do Sweet Barb from Shabby Trees project. So don't share any other crafters' videos in this group, just yours, and they can be absolutely whatever project you would like. And then please don't use that group to try to sell makeup or, I don't know, whatever kind of thing you might, weight loss pills or whatever. So anyways, but I definitely want to see what you do. I will get this all finished up. I'll let the other one dry and stencil it. And then I will get pictures and put those here in the comments. I'll also post them separately over here on this page, DIY Dreaming. And what else? Do with this or this if you feel like it. Let me know if you want a complete supply list, including if you want to know where you can order these awesome K-A-F kitchen towels at Amazon. I have been super happy with them. I only have one left, so I'm going to have to place another order soon. Anyways, I'd be glad to get you my affiliate link for Amazon for these. And also for the stencil, for what these colors were, all that good stuff. So let me know if you would like supplies or if you would like a replay of this video. All right, well, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you more this week for lots more crafts here that are going to be quick and easy. Quick because I have a very short attention span, They're going to be sometimes a little different, like doing this ombre thing. They're going to be affordable, and they're almost always going to involve either faith, family, or flowers. I'm completely family friendly on this page. We don't do any crude or rude humor, crafts, or any of that business. So anyways, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys.